Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 best designer fragrance brands. So as a quick disclaimer, I'm going to list some ones that are not going to be making it on this list. The first one that's not going to be making it on this list, and it pains me to say, is Viktor and Rolf. They are kind of too one-dimensional as a designer brand, as they only really make spicy winter fragrances. The second one that's not going to be making it on this list is Paco Rabanne. As their hype has died down a lot since 2013, their quality and their fragrances have as well. This fragrance brand is not bad by any means, but it just didn't make the list. And the third one that's not going to be making this list is Hugo Boss. In my opinion, they just don't have enough good releases to even make it on this list. So without further ado, let's actually get into the top 10 best designer fragrance brands. At number 10, I'm going to say Versace. This brand is known for their affordable quality fragrances. It is noticeably a step above when you buy Versace versus, your typical cheapy kind of fragrances. I'm not talking about clones, I'm talking about things like Nautica Voyage. This right here is a step above, in my opinion, a step above Mont Blanc, in my opinion, a step above Coach. Really, Versace is the brand that I'd pick if I wanted to go for affordable quality. At number 9, I'm going to say Dolce Gabbana. Dolce Gabbana is known for just releasing a ton of fragrances in a year. If you want 2, 3, 4 new releases over the summer, this is going to be your brand because they release new things. And although this is not my favorite brand in terms of smells, and there's not even many smells that they have that I enjoy, this brand will give you a ton of new stuff. I mean, look at the light blue line or the one line. The entire fragrances that they release, they have a million of them. So they give you a lot of options. Now, I know there's a couple of older people that watch my videos, so if you want some older school style fragrances, at number 8, I'm going to give you Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren really releases, still to this day, some more older school style fragrances. For example, Cologne Intense, I think that was released in 2021. That fragrance is a more older school style fragrance, and even though my favorite fragrance from this brand is a more modern take, that being the Ralph Club line, this brand still has a lot of older school style releases. For example, Ralph Club Elixir is not as modern as I was hoping for, but it is that more old school style. So if you like older school style fragrances, Ralph Lauren is the brand for you. At number 7, we have the brand of Prada. Now, Prada is known for doing one thing: making soapy, clean fragrances. Their Prada L'Homme line, their Prada Luna Rossa line, and then there's this other fragrance that I keep forgetting, but it's been suggested. But Prada is known for just making clean, soapy scents. That's what they do. So if you want to venture off into that soapy, mass-appealing type scents, this is the brand for you. It's not really many bad fragrances on the list. They have some that are not the greatest thing, but there's not really any bad fragrances from the house of Prada. Hey there. If you're enjoying this video, consider subscribing to my channel because it really lets me know that you guys enjoy this style of content. Well, without further ado, let's get back into the video. At number 6, this brand is kind of low on here, but I'm going to give it to Giorgio Armani / Emporio Armani. Now, Giorgio Armani is known for making fresh fragrances that are of higher quality than some of the other brands that I've listed. So you have the entire Acqua di Gio line that is just straight fresh fragrances, and that's kind of what they are known for. Not my favorite fresh fragrances by any means, but they are mass appealing, and it's clear to see why they're mass appealing. They are fresh, higher quality, masculine scents that I can see why so many people love. Then Emporio Armani is kind of the exact opposite by specializing in warmer scents. The entire Stronger With You line is like the most popular thing that has come from them, and I cannot get the Stronger With You Intensely out of my comment section. Somebody always has to mention that in every list that I've talked about warmer or spicier scents. Guys, I get it. You like this fragrance, but stop commenting it. One day I may review it. Maybe. Now, this next brand, I'm kind of upset about putting in this number 5 spot, but objectively, it is better because it is the brand of YSL. Now, YSL is a great brand for the introduction of more unique style scents. Their YSL Y line is noticeably more unique than other blue fragrance lines like Sauvage or, the Dylan Blue or Nautica Voyage. Clearly, YSL has done something that is not the typical kind of smell. And that's why I think people like Omar from School of Scent, he always recommends the YSL Y EDP because it is a more unique blue fragrance than a lot of these other blue fragrances out here. You also have La Nuit de l'Homme, which is a unique cardamom scent. Not many fragrance brands really do that nowadays, at least. So this brand is great for the introduction of unique scents. At number 4, this brand right here is a great one. Jean Paul Gaultier is known for their higher quality, thick, rich creamy kind of scents. They have the Le Beau Le Parfum that has been released. Le Male Le Parfum is also a great one. Ultra Male has always been talked about. Their new Le Male Elixir. Now, one thing that Jean Paul Gaultier is known for is their fragrances are not really sharp or overly synthetic. They're kind of smooth, refreshing, oftentimes overly sweet, which is kind of a problem. But they're a great brand for getting into that higher quality, in my opinion at least. And if they have the Le Beau line for people that want something fresher, they have the Le Male line for people that want something sweeter. So in my opinion, this is a great brand for people that are willing to spend a little bit more money. At the number 3 spot, it kind of pains me to put this at number 3, but it's going to be Chanel. Now, Chanel is known for making high quality, smooth fragrances. They have stuff for everyone. They have their Platinum Egoist fragrance. That's like a more masculine fragrance. They have a couple of other masculine fragrances, but they also have their more modern style fragrances like their Chanel Allure Homme line, or they have the Bleu de Chanel fragrances. These are more modern style fragrances. They don't really release new stuff, which I kind of hate, but they have really good fragrances. They also are known for having their own unique kind of vibe. You don't get Bleu de Chanel in most blue fragrances. You have, of course, dupes and stuff, but when you smell Dior Sauvage, you got Dior Sauvage smelling like Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, but you don't got anything that really smells like Bleu de Chanel. So Bleu de Chanel is known for that more unique kind of vibe with high quality and exclusivity because they don't really let discounters sell their stuff. The biggest drawback on Chanel fragrances is the fact that their fragrances don't perform that well. They have very smooth, high quality fragrances, but they don't perform that well, which is why at number 2, it's going to be Dior. Now, the reason that Dior is at number 2 is because it's basically everything Chanel does at slightly less quality, in my opinion, and a little bit more leaning towards the modern style of fragrances, but they amp up the performance on all of their stuff. So performance on Dior is basically never lacking, whether that's their older school style fragrances like Dior Fahrenheit, whether that's their unique iris scents, their whole Dior Homme line, or whether that's their modern style for mass appeal, their Dior Sauvage line. All of their fragrances perform very well, and that's why they are a step higher than Chanel, because that's what most people care about, their performance. Now, of course, the only brand that could be considered better than Dior and better than Chanel in terms of quality, that's going to be the house of Tom Ford. Now, Tom Ford is the best designer fragrance if you want something that's just unique. It's the most niche-like designer brand, at least in my opinion. They have so many scents that are just like disgusting, in my opinion, that appeal to the more niche group of people. They also have a couple of modern mass appealing fragrances. They have Oud Wood, Tobacco Vanille. These fragrances are ones that most people will enjoy. But then you have things like ombre leather or Tuscan leather specifically, which Tuscan leather, I cannot understand how people would enjoy this fragrance. Or they have the Portfolio Neroli. These fragrances are niche style fragrances. They don't always perform the best. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. If you want niche fragrances at niche cost in a designer brand, that's what that is. So if you want niche style fragrances but still want the tag of designer, I don't know why you would, Tom Ford is a great brand to check out. So guys, that is my list of the top 10 best designer fragrances. If you enjoyed this video, of course, like and hit that subscribe button because we're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. We're at 759 at the time of recording this, which is pretty close to 1,000. That'd be great to hit 1,000 before the end of the year. If you guys enjoy any of my content, of course, click on the video right here. That'll take you to another great video. I will see you guys in the next one because that's all I have for today.